The first card you have for your past is the Five of Pentacles, yes. Obviously this is, dejection, left out, feeling, rejected, feeling sad, can't find a way in, all of that kind of thing. This is about you. I think you were really struggling at this time. I think you were really wanting to plan a big part of your future, a big part of your life, but I think you weren't able to. There was something in the way of that. And I think, someone was missing, or some information about a person might have been missing. There was kind of a gap or a space in between you and where you were and being able to plan things for your future. And I think you're really kind of lost. You weren't sure which way you were going to go. And I think, you just needed to know what was going to happen before you were able to kind of make any kind of important decisions. And I think there were some very big decisions, very big plans you wanted to make, but you weren't able to do that. I'm getting a sense of you kind of not feeling sure where you were with someone. You might have actually been a bit on and off with someone in a relationship. That might be what this is about. And, you might have been asking yourself, should I plan as if I'm with this person or as if I'm without this person? That was the kind of thing you were going through. And then you're also going through, on top of all of that, sorry, I'm trying to express myself, I'm not doing it very well. On top of all of that, are they or aren't they, will I or won't they, what, I can't plan, I want to do this, but I don't know if I should or what. You had a lot of emotions going on top of that as well, because obviously you were on and off with someone, and there's a lot of emotions going on with that, some very, very difficult emotions you were going through. The next card you have for your past is the Hanged Man. So yes, you had ideas, like this Hanged Man. He has a little light bulb thing around his head. He's lying there, or he's kind of hanging there thinking. But he's not moving forward, and that's what happened. You couldn't move forward because you were kind of in this limbo. You didn't know kind of where to go, what to do. You had to kind of hang back and wait until you knew what was going to happen. I don't know whether someone was making you do that. I think it was just you were both in that kind of a mode. And I think, and you're very mixed up as well. Your mind was very mixed up because you were very emotional around this on again, off again thing that was going on. And I think you also, another part of you wanted to come to some kind of a conclusion. You wanted to say, will I end things? Will we end things? That's one road. Will we stay together? That's another road. And you're kind of thinking about all of the feelings around each option. So if we did stay together, how would I feel? If we went our separate ways, how would I feel then? And I think, when you thought about ending things, truly ending things, you felt really down to the point where, it was really hard to face the idea of even doing that. So yes, there's a lot of confusion for you and for them as well, I'm seeing. And I'm also seeing there's some conflict. This is probably why you were on again and off again with this person. I think there was a sacrifice that you made for them, or you made a lot of sacrifices for them. And I think they weren't appreciating these sacrifices that you made for them. There's a T shape on this card, which this tree is made out of, and it's called a tau in the Greek alphabet, that shape, and it can symbolize sacrifice. And so that's how I'm seeing that as well. So you're kind of, first of all, you made a sacrifice for them. You might have moved to be with them. You might have given up something to be with them. You might have lost something to be with them, or left somewhere to be with them, or something like that. And they might not have appreciated that. And then also you were making a sacrifice by waiting for them. You wanted to make these plans, but then you had to kind of wait around for them, and that was wasting your time. So that's another sacrifice. The last card you have for your past is the Magician. So obviously this is about manifestation. And from what I could see in the Five of Pentacles and in the Hanged Man, You were very frustrated, you were very upset by this person, you felt they didn't appreciate you, but deep down you were still thinking about a future with them. You were still trying to plan a future with them in it. And I think, if you didn't feel this way, you wouldn't have been hanging around waiting for them, but you were hanging around waiting for them, waiting to find out what was going to happen. So if this resonates and you're still going through this problem, I think for this to work out properly, if you do come back together again and you do both decide that you want a future together, I think you're going to have to really, really make them understand that they have to appreciate the sacrifices you've made, and they have to really, truly understand it and really see the seriousness of what you had to do for them. Because I'm really seeing that you had to sacrifice something very big for them, might have even been more than one thing. And they weren't really taking all of that very seriously, or seeing how important that was to you and what a big impact that sacrifice had on your life. And so if you don't, when you come back together with them, and I'm seeing you probably will have some kind of a talk with them again, they're going to have to appreciate that, and they're going to have to understand that. Otherwise, you're just going to feel resentful when you're with them, if you move forward with them. That's what I'm seeing. I hope that makes sense to you. So the first card you have for your present is the Sun, which is a very positive card. So yes, you are going to connect with them. You are going to have some kind of a conversation with them at some time. Probably not now, probably in the future, at some time. Yeah, there is going to be a conclusion of this. I can't tell you whether it is going to be positive or negative. I know this is a positive card. This is the most positive card of all, really. But I'm seeing, now I don't mean to make a positive into a negative. I'm not trying to do this on purpose, but this is what I'm seeing in this card. When you have this talk with this person, this is how they're going to be in this conversation. A bit fun, a bit happy-go-lucky, a bit joking. They're probably not going to see the seriousness and the importance of the sacrifice that you made for them. They're just going to be, oh, that's all fine. Oh, yes, I'm so glad we're talking together again. Why don't we go out? Why don't we do this, that, and the other? Now, that's all fine. That's all good. It's all good to be happy and friendly and all of these things when you have a conversation with someone again. But there's something very serious that you did for them. They've never appreciated it. They haven't appreciated you. There might have been a lot of things that they were doing around you or to you that were showing you they were not appreciating you, and they were not appreciating everything you've done for them. They really are going to have to realize this if you're going to move forward with them. And I think when you have this conversation with them, they're not going to be serious about this, I hate to say. So yeah, I hope this makes sense. And again, I'm sorry to make such a positive card into something negative. I don't mean to. The next card you have for your present is the Three of Pentacles. So this is actually a positive card. I am seeing positivity in this card. I'm seeing a situation around a workplace, but it isn't about work. This is about someone who you know. You might have just met someone in the workplace, or it might be someone that you've known for a while, and you're just connecting with this person on deep level right now. Now, don't be worried about this. This doesn't mean, I'm not telling you that you're going to run off and have an affair with someone in the workplace or a relationship or a third party. It's not going to be like that. This is a friend, and this is someone who you're connecting very, very deeply with. I'm seeing that you're going to have a lot of really deep, really interesting conversations. If you haven't already, this is in your present with this person. I'm seeing two heads coming together, two people, two brains, two minds coming together, and a lot of amazing things coming out of those two minds. So you're having a very close conversation with them. You're probably going to have a lot of very close conversations with them. And I think there are going to be spiritual things that you're going to be talking about, and amazing things are going to come out of that. You're going to be enlightened. They're going to be enlightened. You're going to teach each other things. Because when I look at this card, if you have a look at these 3 coins in this card, what I'm seeing in these 3 pentacles are 2 heads, 2 brains, and then 1 big idea coming out of the middle of these 2 minds, and all connecting together, really clicking together like cogs in a piece of machinery. You're really going to click and click together with this person. You're really going to connect with them. You're really going to have some amazing thoughts, amazing conversations. The kind of conversations when you have a really close friend and you're really connecting with them deeply, and you sit up until 3 o'clock in the morning having a conversation. It's that kind of connection I'm seeing with this person. And I think this person's going to be a long life friend of yours. And I think there aren't many people who you can connect with this deeply. This is a very special person. So this is a very positive thing amongst all of this stress that's going around you. The next card you have, or the last card you have for your present, is the 3 of Wands. This is about you getting yourself back, I'm seeing. This is about you looking out over the water, looking out for things. Usually this is the waiting card, but I think you've waited enough for this person. I think at this time you're just starting to plan your own future, plan your own life, and you're thinking, I've waited around for this person. I've done so much for them. What have they done for me? Nothing much. They don't even appreciate what I've done for them. I'm going to start to plan my own life and my own future. This is what you're going to do. This is what you are doing at this time. And I think you're getting a lot of strength from this relationship, this friendship with this person in the 3 of Pentacles, but also you're getting a lot of strength for yourself, from yourself, and you're starting to build up your confidence. So you've got a lot of plans. You're thinking, I'm going to go here, I'm going to do this, I might go and study something, I might go and move to be here, I might go join this, do this, I'm going to start something that's going to be really big for my future. If this person is going to think about this and take me seriously at some time in the future, and they want to come back and talk to me again, they can do that. They're welcome to do that. But I'm going to make my own plans. If they're going to join me, they're going to have to join my plans. If they want to join and they don't like it, if it's not something they want to do, if they're going to have to move or do whatever, they can make a sacrifice for me. They can do that for me. And let's see if they will. That's the kind of mentality I'm seeing around this card. And this is really good. You're really becoming strong again. So the first card you have for your future is Strength. Speaking about being strong again, this is the Strong card. This is the Strength card. So you've been through this time of waiting and sacrifice and all of this stress. You've been through this time of them not really understanding you properly or not wanting to. And now you've been through this time of planning things by yourself. And this has given you so much more confidence. You're becoming bigger, you're becoming bolder, and you're kind of becoming you're seeing things from a bigger perspective than you were before. You're kind of growing really big. If you look at this lion and this woman in this card, they're bigger than the landscape behind them. You're not hardening, you're not becoming all hard and cynical. You still have a soft spot, you still have a soft personality, you still have a lot of softness around you. Virgo does have a lot of softness around them. And, this woman in this card, obviously she's very gentle. She's taming this lion. You still have that. But rather than keeping this person at the center of your universe, you're putting yourself at the center of your universe. Now, you're not becoming self-centered. Again, you're not becoming hard and horrible and difficult. You're just becoming self-caring, and you're becoming self-preserving, which is fantastic. This is what you really need. So the next card you have for your future is the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. So beautiful. Opportunities are going to come up for you that are going to come and coincide with your plans. They're going to come and they're going to be kind of partners of your plans and help you along on your road. You're going on this beautiful golden path up to those beautiful mountains. You're going up high. You're growing again. And all of these plans, I think you're going to be sorting out these plans, and you're going to know exactly which ones are the right ones to take. You're going to know which path is the right path to take. And as you do go on this journey by yourself, for yourself, things are going to crop up that are going to help you, and they're going to help you to find the right way to go. So this is really beautiful. And as this goes on, as you have these things helping you and things crop up, and as you go on this path, as you end up on this big high mountain, your confidence is going to grow even more. And I think you're on a path. I don't want this to sound negative, it's actually positive. I think once you would have hoped they were going to come back for you and you were going to sort this all out and you were going to be with them. But I think now at this time in the future, you're on your own path and you're really going to feel like, I really don't care if this person joins me or not. I really don't, because as I spend time away from them, the stronger and more confident I become. Now they are going to come back and talk to you. I see that all the way through this reading. But they're going to come back to you at the right point. They're going to come back to you when you're strong, when you're confident, when you're not taking any more nonsense, and when you're not going to sacrifice anything anymore for this person. You're either you're going to just go along your path that you want, and if they're going to join you, they're going to have to be the one who does the sacrificing, or you're not going to bother. That sounds harsh. It isn't. It really is not, because really I can see that they put you through a lot and you've bent over backwards for this person. And I think really at the end of this all, you might actually realize that you're better off away from this person. That's how this is going for me. That's how I'm seeing this is going. The last card you have for your future is the Two of Pentacles. So I think this person's still going to be very mixed up and modelled like this person in the Two of Pentacles. They're kind of wonky all over the place. They're trying to juggle things. They're about to fall over. They don't know where they are. And so I think this person's still going to be all over the place. And you're going to be very different to them, because once you were all over the place yourself, but now at this time in the future, you know where you're going. You're strong. You're confident. And they're not like that. So I think by this time you might be saying, do I want this muddle-headed person around me who doesn't know what they want? No. So you might be saying to them, look, you don't know what you want. I know what I want. Come back to me when you've made up your mind, and then I'll decide what I think. But I think by that time, I think you might be down that path, too far gone to really want to look back toward them. You're still looking forward, you're going upwards, you know where you're going. And I really think that you'll be much happier without this person. And I think that's the conclusion you're going to come to in the end. It might take you some time to come to that conclusion. It might be months away, way down the line. But I think eventually that's the conclusion you're going to come to. That's what I'm seeing in this reading.